Forex Trading 101. Let's say in the year of 2013, your net worth was sitting at 1 million rands. And for whatever reason, you had to then go and live in the United States for 3 years, which would have meant that you would have lived in 2013 and came back in 2016. So that's 3 years. But you realize that in America, they spend money in dollars versus in South Africa where you use rands as the currency. So basically you'd have to take your rands and exchange them for dollars. This then brings us to what we call exchange rates. Right? So the exchange rate in 2013 was sitting at $1 is equivalent to 10 rands. Alright? This sort of meant that if you had to move the money from South Africa to America in 2013, you'd have to take that million and divide it by the 10 rands, alright, to get your value in dollars, which would have given you a total of $100,000. Okay, so years go by. Obviously 2016 gets there after 3 years and you're still sitting with a total of $100,000. So I don't know where you're getting all this money to live there but not spending the $100,000, but let's say it's your savings account, whatever you like at this point. And you're trying to convert this money back into rands because now you need to fly back from America and go back to South Africa. But now the new exchange rate in 2016 is sitting at $1 is now equivalent to 17 rands, which makes a difference because when we started off with 10 rands, which we're going to subtract from the 17 rands, which gives you a difference of 7 rands. So which means for each dollar you have, because you still have 100,000, but for each dollar you have now, you've made a difference of 7 rand on top of it. And how does it look with money? So let's take an example. So when you're taking the money back from America to South Africa, you'd have to now multiply by 17. Just like when we divided by 10 to convert from rands to dollar, when you convert back from dollar to rands, you multiply by 17, which would mean that your new balance now in the year of 2016 when you arrive in South Africa will be now sitting at 1,700,000. So there's a big difference. In 2013 you're worth $1 million. In 2016 you're worth $1,700,000. So where did this money come from? So obviously the exchange rate is the most important part about trading. That's what trading is all about. So these numbers here are the reasons you make the difference. Alright, so when we take the money, so let's look at the money. So you have 1.7 million. You subtract that from the original million you had 3 years ago. That gives you a total gain of 700,000 rands. Alright, so you're worth more because you converted your money when it was still less and you converted it back when it was worth more. So now you are 700,000 richer, which is then in total 70% richer than you were before. So you can literally buy a house. You almost doubled your money in just 3 years. And I know that banks don't do that for us. So when people used to trade this was actually known as, let me get a nice color here. This is actually known as, not was, it's still known as over the counter Forex trading. Okay, but now technology has moved on. We now have cell phones all over the world. We all have internet, so things got easier, and we didn't have to have $1 million anymore to make good profits because of this. Alright, now Forex is traded globally across the world. No matter where you're at, you can literally just log onto your phone, buy a currency, and own it. This world is then known as the world of CFDs. Alright, so I want you guys to go look up CFDs because this is what we're trading. Contracts of differences. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. This is Forex 101. This was basically how our ancestors, as I'll call them at this point, because they didn't have technology, they had to literally go to the counter, take the $1 million and convert it into dollars and have the dollars, for instance. But when you're doing it with a broker, you actually have the MT4. You have a platform that you can use from anywhere where you are in the world, and you can literally keep the trade for even a minute, for an hour, for however long. So it wouldn't take 3 years for us to make the same type of profits. Okay, you can make 70% in a day, in a week, in a month, and it all depends on how you trade. But this is in essence our history and how trading is actually happening. So this is the market that you got yourself into. I'll see you guys in the next topic. Leave me your comments below. Tell me if I explained this well for you and I painted a nice picture. Peace.